The black line is still there. If you go full screen, will it happen? Yeah, it's still there. Just move it. Pick off the
Hey kids, I know most of you have heard adults speaking about money, right? In our animated video series, we will discover the most important things you should know about money and how to manage it in the future. Ooh, did I forget to mention our adventurous comic book with finance lessons? I love comics so much. What about you? Are you ready for this adventure? Hey kids, I know most of you have heard adults speaking about money. Money, right? In our Hey kids, I know most of you have heard adults speaking about money, right? In our animated video series, we will discover the most important things you should know about money and how to manage it in the future. Ooh, did I forget to mention our adventurous comic book with finance lessons? I love comics so much. What about you? Are you ready for this adventure?
Wow. A great and hearty good morning, good afternoon, good noon to each and every one of you. Thank you for joining us today. I am Sierra Hospitalis, and it's nice to be with each and every one of you. See, there are 10 of us on at this time. I know the numbers will increase as time goes by. Allow me to introduce myself again. I am 21 years old. I am a part of this business. All right. I don't know what just happened there, but I'm back on. Are you all hearing me? Can someone indicate that whether they're hearing me or not?
Yes, we are.
Excellent. Yes, okay, cool. Great. So some things I like to do, honestly, I like to do everything. I like to cook. I like to clean. I just like to do everything. So it will be a shorter list to just say everything and call that George. So today we will be joining with JL as well as Aaron, and they are going to be co-hosting and presenting along with me. So allow me to welcome Aaron as he introduces himself as well and gives a little bio.
Hi, good noon, everyone. My name is Aaron Senat. I'm a student at UE studying biotechnology. I'm an up-and-coming fintech consultant. Things that I like to do, I like to play football. I like sports generally, boxing, track and field, and I also like to read as well. And that's pretty much about me. I hand over to JL.
Okay, hi everyone. My name is JL Mark, and I'm the daughter of our Ivan and Michelle Mark, the IM crew. And I'm 20 years of age. You can see that we are all young people. And what is something that I like to do? I like to read and write. You know, I like artistic stuff, so that's why I like this Super TED book, because you know it gives a visual perspective into this world of money and finance for little kids. Speaking about little kids, I am a student teacher at UTC, the University of Trinidad and Tobago, and I hope that you all listen carefully and enjoy the presentation today. So, sincerely.
Thank you guys so much. You know, I heard Aaron saying, you know, he loves sports. Okay, I said everything I love except sports. I'm just not good at it. Do not count on me. You won't see me playing netball. You won't see me anywhere near a field. Oh, Lord. Thank you guys for that short introduction. It's so nice to know more about our presenters. And that this time, everybody's supposed to know what time it is now. We're going to have a quick quiz review. So we're going to talk about what was spoken about last time, which was yesterday, at 12 o'clock. So the first question we have is, what are the two types of things we use to buy money? This was on the topic, making the money go round. Anybody answer that question?
We use our money to buy goods and services.
Okay, I'm just kidding. That's absolutely correct. I don't know if you'd like to answer the other question as well. When we use money, how do we get it back? Do we thief it?
We get back our money by selling goods and services or by working in a job.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Somebody give my girl an applause. What's your name?
Naomi Sinnett.
Naomi Sinnett, who is Aaron's sister. Thank you so very much.
You're welcome.
And for that, we have a little gift for you.
Thank you.
Well, it's not really some money. We would like to give you some money, but because we online, you know, I'll owe you 25 cents next time I see you, don't worry. So at this time, since we have covered what was discussed yesterday and we remember how we make money go around, we would like to move on now to how we make money. Just that topic alone, how we make money. And Aaron is going to take over at this point and he's going to read through the slides. And JL as well as myself, we're going to be here on standby and we will discuss after every 2 or 3 slides, just so if there are any big words that are used, you would understand, or if we think an example needs to be drawn, we do that as well, just to gain more clarity on your part, right? Okay, so Aaron, you can take over at this point.
No problem. Hi, I'm Super Ted, and together we will look into the different ways of earning money through work. Money is earned through doing a job, to do or create something useful for others.
I wonder what jobs we could think of. Anyone? Could be jobs around the house, apparently parents, I would say abroad, you know, they tip the children or they give the children money when they do a job around the house, sweep and mop. I didn't particularly get that privilege. I just had to do it to live in the house. But what other jobs can you guys think of? Aaron and Jill. You could also be working in a company. A lot of persons work in One Life and they are benefited financially because they're doing a job. Teachers, JL, get going into teaching, future teacher, life changer here, and that's a job as well. So that's a way to earn money.
Work is a combination of 4 things: time, effort, knowledge, and skills.
Oh, I think someone's trying to talk, but they sound really quiet. Hey, Aaron, back onto you, man.
Yeah, no problem. If you put time and effort in educating and practice, you will acquire knowledge and skills. This is very important to note because this can be applied to life. Because once you really take your time and you work on something, it could be anything. It could be from a sport like football, or it could be anything like doing a backflip, or even practicing how to spell words. Once you put enough effort and time into it, you will develop that skill that you want to get. So that's very important to note.
Aaron, I have to say though, I really used to try with sports when I was younger, boy. That skill never developed. So we will talk after now, so I could get some more details on how to be more sports oriented.
You didn't practice enough.
Oh gosh, okay, sorry.
In order to be good at something, we need to practice a lot, to be patient and never give up. See, this slide exactly says kind of why you may not have been good at sports, because you probably wasn't patient and you gave up.
I understand.
But where to start? The first job usually is at home. These are daily tasks we do. Through them, we learn valuable skills and also help our parents.
Children, you hear that? Parents, you better turn up the volume. Let's read over that slide, Aaron, to reiterate the importance of helping your parents. Can you imagine, children? You grow up with your parents, you become an adult, and you still don't know how to clean and cook and do these things. So when you move out on your own, what's going on with you? Aaron, read over that slide, please. Let's reiterate it.
The first job usually is at home. These are daily tasks we do. Through them, we learn valuable skills and also help our parents.
I want to say something here. You know, my very first job was to massage my mother's feet. She used to make me come into her room and cream her feet, and then she would give me a $5 after, and that was my very first job. So it doesn't necessarily have to be daily tasks, which is help with your parents, but it can be little things that you know that you are good at.
True. So we know who to go to when we want a massage, firstly, and secondly, jail. You rarely get through $5. I used to get $1 for combing my auntie hair 100 times. You real good.
How much snack I get with that $5?
When we grow up, we can deliver newspapers and leaflets, mow the grass, clean the snow, or wash cars in order to earn our pocket money. But I don't know about you, but I don't have no snow around me to clean, but you know, carrying out the trash or something, but I do on a regular. But we do get the point of what it's saying, that this makes us able to do day-to-day chores.
When I was putting this in the presentation, I was like, okay, I should probably edit out this part, but I really didn't want to disrespect the writers of the book because obviously they're talking about America here. Deliver newspapers. I have never seen a little boy pass in a bicycle flinging newspapers at my door. So that's definitely not a good example, but you all know exactly what they mean.
With time, the more we learn and practice, the more jobs we can try. The most important knowledge and skills, though, are the ones that help us to communicate. To speak foreign languages, hola, bonjour, salut, or to work with computers, to look for information and learn on your own. Now, this is very important, especially in times where we not actually going to physical school. These skills are very important. So we figure out online assignment, you know, the teacher might not be able to really help you as much, but you have the internet and able to find information for yourself. Those are very, very useful skill today. So Super, that is very right.
And children, I would implore you, implore is a big word. Children, I would like to remind you of how lucky you are to be growing up in this era where you understand computers already. I keep trying to teach my aunt and great aunt, who's about 50 something, how to use WhatsApp, people. And she, for the life of me, will never ever get it. Every time I visit her, it's because she wants me to show her how to use WhatsApp again. So take advantage of the opportunities you all have to learn through the use of computers and the internet.
After we try different types of jobs, we learn what we like and what we are good at. The more we practice doing a certain thing, the faster and better we learn to do it. This is called specialization. Now, I for one could relate to this because I remember when I was even younger, I was really bad at maths. I was really bad. And I practiced maths day and night. Until in school, I just become known as the maths man. And that was my specialty. That was my skill because I practiced it and I became really good at it. So I really understand what they're saying here.
Aaron, I understand exactly what you're saying. It's probably the same with singing for you, right? We all know the best singer you are. So you're probably real practice to get that good.
Yeah, I was real practice that as well.
And for me, I was always good around kids. And now look at me, I'm a teacher. I'm a teacher in training. So I'm a true testimony of this special.
Oh, that's so cool.
In the world, there are many different options for a career. Depending on our specialization, we can choose our professional career. You can be a doctor or scientist and look for new technologies and medicine. So well, personally, I find that very interesting. Or you can be an architect or an engineer that plans and builds whole cities.
Or a fintech consultant, like what our boy wants to be, Aaron. Kids, have you ever thought about what you want to be when you grow up? When I was small, I wanted to be everything. I wanted to be a teacher, a doctor, a lawyer. But one time I got cut on my finger, and when I looked at the blood, I passed out. So I recognized I can't do that. So you all should think about what you want to do and tell your parents so that they can help you get there.
Very well said. You can be whatever you want as long as you want it strongly enough. This doesn't just only apply to job, this applies to every aspect of your life. Depending on the job, the payment for your work can be different. For a finished product, the architect gets paid for a finished project. So they get paid after they finish the entire project. Or monthly salaries, such as doctors, they get paid every month. And then there are jobs where people get per day or per hour, like, for example, babysitters. Money is earned through work. The more time you spend doing something, the better you will become at it. If we specialize in something, we can start a career in it. For example, I don't know if anybody has watched football. I just like football so much. For example, Messi just practiced football so much and he's so great at it. So he has a career in it and he makes a lot of money. So that's one example. There are many work opportunities, but the most important thing is to like what you do and be good at it. What do you like? What could you work? Make a list of 10 things you would like to do. My list probably wouldn't be that long, but yeah. Did you know people who start their own business are called entrepreneurs? Almost everything around us is the result of the work of someone who believed in an idea and made it into a reality. They are usually the source of all new products and services.
I have something to say here. Remember in the beginning, I said I want to be an entrepreneur, but really I am an entrepreneur already. I do graphics design work officially. So, let me use this opportunity to advertise. Anybody need graphics work, check me as do that and printing. Children, you are not too young. I've been doing things to earn money since I was in primary school. If you know you like to do that, again, tell your parents, and I'm sure they'll be able to help you make a little money at the end of the month. You're not too young.
Did you also know scientists have proved that in order to be really good at something, you need to spend 10,000 hours doing it? No, well, 10,000 hours is a lot. That's like close to 4 years according to my kind of good maths, right? Which thing would you dedicate this much time to? The sooner you start, the better you will become. Some people are naturally talented at certain things as well, but this is right. Anything you start to practice and really get yourself doing, you'll be great at it. That's the end of what Super Ted has to say for today. Any questions?
If anyone has any questions, you can feel free to type it and put it into your chat, or you can raise your hand and I will allow you to speak and ask a question. If you also have a comment, feel free. Again, same procedure. I'll leave this floor open for just about a minute, just to see if anyone has anything to say. Aaron, thank you so much. That was so fun.
No problem, it was fun.
Not seeing any hands raised. All right, so if we see any questions, we can always answer them at the end of the presentation. At this time, you will have a short parents chat. So we've been dedicating these little segments to the children, but parents, really, you are integral in developing the level of education in your children. They go to school, but they won't retain much unless you are very ever most present in their lives and reviewing with them. So similarly to maths and English, when it comes to financial technology, what do you do to ensure that your children are up to speed, and how has Oneacademy and Super Ted benefited you thus far?
Hi, Shukran.
Hi, Mr. Dewey.
Hi, Sarah.
Yes,
right,
you heard the question?
Yes, I did. So the
Okay,
One
cool.
Academy has benefited myself and my children by basically broadening their mind in relation to the concept of finance. There were a lot of things that were taken for granted and that aren't taught in the normal school syllabus regarding money. When in truth and in fact, money is one of the most interacted with things in our life, So I try to share the importance of understanding money and both understanding business with my children, because I have 3 boys and I would really like them to get into entrepreneurship and be empowered, because the only other option other than being an entrepreneur is being an employee, and that's not really much of an option. So I'm grateful to the Oneacademy and Patels for empowering them to be able to head in the direction of entrepreneurship. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cadiz. We appreciate your view, and I'm so happy to know that you go the extra mile to ensure that they are not only book smart, but common sense smart, as it were. You know, as you were speaking, I remembered the importance of something when I grew up. I grew up in a business. So my family was very business oriented. From the time I exited my home door, I entered the business. So I grew up just seeing that. To me, that was normal, you know. But as I went to school and as I got older, I recognized a lot of my friends didn't understand the concept of business. I'm talking primary school here. And as I told you, I used to sell things in primary school, a pencil, sharpener, these kind of things. And it struck a point in me just now that if your children see you as parents doing things, maybe you can't open your own business due to your normal day-to-day lifestyle, but if they see you taking an interest in fintech, they see you taking an interest in understanding the future of money, the present value of money, and different things regarding that, and things regarding Oneacademy and what they have to offer, then naturally they will tend to go in that direction as well. So the same way it applied to me, I'm sure if you take the same route and understand the importance, your children will naturally just follow through. So I believe Michelle had something to say on this point as well. Is she around?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, excellent.
Wow, it's such a great testimony to hear you, and a privilege to hear what Mr. Cadiz is saying. With me, this goes way back in my childhood. I lost my mom at a tender age of 10. So being a mother is a very important thing to me because I didn't have an example at that point in time in my life for a number of years until, well, I got older and I got many more examples. But it goes deep in that the good Lord, the Lord we serve, he reminds us that in Proverbs 22:6, and I'd just like to read it, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. This is a principle, and this is something we are ordained, or actually it is expected from the Lord from us. And this goes in every aspect of a child life. And what Oneacademy and Super TED is doing, it is helping me in actually educating my children in their financial life. Now, I am a proud mother of 5. So God has given me much grace, 5. And the thing is, it falls into that principle, and I believe we are actually in a win-win situation. I always say it. In that Oneacademy, even though I was first attracted to it because it speaks about many of the new financial changes in the world, the innovation, and about technology, and about cryptocurrency, the new money system, and everything. The fact is, we are getting something that comes free with this purchase of this education, which is Super TED. And what Super TED is doing is helping us train our children from as little as 5 years. Think about the life changes if someone understands money. And when you go into this comic book or this series, you realize it stems from simple things about the history of money going all the way up, explaining in simple words about risk and exchange and different things like that. So, Sarah, I want to congratulate you, Aaron, and JL for taking this initiative to actually share with the world and be a part as young people yourselves, because I know you're recently a new Mrs. Hospitalis, and very soon you'll have your own family and you're on the right track. And so will JL one day, and Mr. Aaron will be a daddy. Nice, so thank you. Have a blessed day.
Wow, thanks so much, Michelle. We share such similar backgrounds in that I lost my mom as well when I was 4. So I will come to you for some advice. So we're moving on from the parent chat. Thank you guys so much for sharing so openly your experience and also giving some advice to the others that are here. And this time I'd like to call on Aaron again to just give a short presentation on what Oneacademy has to offer, not only Super TED. Super TED is just a small segment of this big company. Aaron, on to you.
Thank you very much, Sarah. And as the slide shows, education is at the heart of our company. Now you heard those two parents speak about how grateful and how passionate they are about this education. Education is just one component of what this whole One Life has to offer. And I think what this education is not just for the young, it's for the middle age, it's for everyone. This type of education is for everyone. And the reason that these parents could talk with so much compassion about the education is because this education is not the type of education where when you hear it, you have to sit down and wait and hope to be able to apply this education. This education is empowering education, meaning that you can apply this to every day of your life throughout different aspects of your life, because we are all surrounded by economics and finance. So that's why this education is at the core and at the heart of our company. As you can see, we are a global company, 1.3 million members, well, over 1.3 million members across 190 plus different countries, right? So this is not just no small, Trinidad alone, no. This has a lot of important big economies and big people are part of this movement, different languages involved. So it's really something very something to take a lot of pride in, knowing that you are part of this big global revolution. Something that I personally take pride in. The adventures of Super TED. As you have been fed throughout this week, the type of education being fed in Super TED also, these packages also come in many different languages. So if you happen to have a friend in like Venezuela and they can't speak the English, guess what? They are also taken into consideration, because like the previous slide showed, we are a global company. This here is our One World Foundation website. As it says here, empower children to reach their potential through education and long-term support. If even adults, if they were to read what this One World Foundation has to offer, they themselves would be surprised as to the quality and level of education that they might find themselves shocked and that they didn't know, because I am still currently learning through this. So this is our One World Foundation website where you can gain access to the different information and stuff and see what it really has to offer. It's something really beautiful and something that I'm really proud to be a part of. Thank you.
Wow, Aaron, that was excellent. Thanks so much for that mini presentation. Soon enough, we'll see you on Monday nights. I'm sure of that. Just to add to what you were saying, for anyone that's interested in attaining a copy of the Adventures of Super TED comic book, I'm sorry, I don't have one on hand to show you the inside. It's actually it's so colorful and bright. It's very easy to engage a child in that. Before they go to bed, let them get some financial education instead of Goldilocks and the Three Bears now. Oh gosh. Let us advance their minds a bit. The cost is actually $200. A part coin, part cash payment can be made. So if you were invited by someone, tell them and they'll get on to me if you're interested in having a copy. So this time we'll move on to JL. She's gonna just do a quick recap of what was discussed today.
Okay, thank you, Sarah Lee. Thank you, Aaron, for that reading. Thank you for the parents who said something. I always get chills when my mother is speaking because I can always learn something from her. So to recap what Super TED has said to us is that we earn money through working. Your first job is at home. And like I said, with my first job was as a masseuse for my mother. To do this work, we need to sacrifice time and make the effort. That is the key principle. You have to sacrifice time and make the effort to then acquire knowledge, to get knowledge and skills to it. He said that the best skills are those that help us communicate. Now, this is because without any language or technological barriers, buying and selling and communicating becomes easier so that you can communicate better with others. With enough knowledge and skills, we can find many jobs and then choose the job we are best at. And with that job we are best at, we are most likely to study further and venture into the deep and nitty-gritty of the stuff because we like it. We're good at it. And that is called specialization. When you make a career out of something that you like or that you're good at. We can then we can earn money after venturing out into that specific specialized area that you are working in. And you get paid either by completing a project, or you get a salary like a doctor, or what other job? We have a KFC worker, that's a wage, and all other jobs. He said that an entrepreneur, like Sarah Lee, are people who have an idea and then they want to start their business in that idea. Now, parents, you may think that Super Ted that you know the things that Super Ted has said, and you may know it, but he still has something to teach you. He still has something to teach you about one life, and you know how money is advancing. And I always say that, you know, change is constant, and with this change, teaching and learning goes hand in hand infinitely, and you cannot stop learning, and you cannot stop teaching. So I hope that, you know, you take Super Ted into consideration and really try to incorporate your children into this great opportunity. Let me just read what Super Ted has here. Let me show you the book, as Sarah Lee wanted, because I have the book. This is Super Ted's book. And in the book, it has the pictures and the comics and all that is necessary, telling you all about money. And let me read what he says. The Adventures of Super Ted is a series of comic books on financial education for children from 5 to 12 years old. This is my area. I teach in primary school. The series aims to empower children to become independent and productive citizens who understand the basic concepts of money and finance. These free financial lessons help One World Foundation achieve its mission to empower children through education and long-term support. The comic books are developed in collaboration with Oneacademy, which mission is to create the world's next financial experts by providing innovative educational materials. So join with me and Super Ted, and let's make our children super financial experts. Okay, so thank you all for listening.
Oh, I think JL and Aaron deserve a round of applause. I just had to do that. Also, you know who else deserves a round of applause? The team, the Trinidad and Tobago team that is behind this Super Ted, Saturday, but this Zoom at Noon Super Ted edition. Thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to, and when I say us, I mean JL as well as Aaron, and even those who are looking on, but they can benefit from us doing a little presentation. You know, we've never really done this before, but thank you so much for giving us the opportunity nevertheless. Just to touch on something that I forgot to mention before, because I think it's integral, is the One World Foundation's mission statement, right? So the One World Foundation is all about empowering children through education and long-term support. Therefore, we are so thrilled to announce our own remarkable initiative, Free Financial Education for Kids. Together with the Oneacademy, we aim to develop and present the main financial concepts in an accessible, easy to understand format such as comics and animated video lectures. And let me just put this back up. This is what you would have seen prior. Right? The One World Foundation website. And that is where you would be able to get the comics, the webisodes, and there's even a game you can download for your children to play. So please feel free, don't be bashful. You don't have to be a part of the business as yet to benefit from these services. So that's it from us, guys. Thank you so much for your attention. Thank you. I know we went a little bit over time, but this is the last one, at least for now. Zoom at Noon, Super Ted out.